Alhamdulillah, thumma salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala ahlihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Fassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we are going to be talking about funnels. So, building funnels in Go High Level. In the last or previous classes, we have discussed the difference between funnels and websites, and we explained a lot regarding that. And we mentioned some of the differences, like the fact that funnels are used to achieve one single purpose, and unlike websites where the purpose is basically for the purpose of information. Now we're going to be creating a funnel, and I'm going to be showing you how to do all of that on GoHighLevel. So whenever you want to create a funnel, the very first thing you need to do is go to, from your dashboard, you need to come to this left menu and go to sites. So once you get to click on sites, it's going to take you to funnels. So this interface, so under sites, we have funnels, we have websites. So I'm going to be doing a video on websites, but for today, we are just going to be focusing on funnels. So for the funnel interface here, you can see we have a folder. You can create a folder under the funnels. You can also create a new funnel here. Do you understand? You can search for funnels. So if you search for any funnel, you'll find it here. You can also click on this to view recent funnels. That's the most recent funnels you've worked on. If I click on this, it's going to rearrange it based on the ones I have worked on most recently. And if I click on this back, it's going to just show the list as it was before in alphabetical order. So, and the way it shows it is that it's going to first show the folders, and thereafter it will now be showing the individual funnels. So each of these folders, you can actually keep a number of funnels in them just to keep things organized. So by default, the GoHighLevel accounts we are going to be giving you has a lot of funnels pre-made and designed on it. This is everything. You can see this is more of it. If you click on the next, you see these, all of these are pre-made funnels that you can use on your own. You can explore them and you check them out. So there are a lot of nice funnels for different purposes. So here, numerous funnels. So, and that's each of them. Let me just open, for example, this plug and play, for example. Let me just open it so you have an understanding of what I'm saying. You can see this plug and play, for example. Now this is the way it looks. So I can just click on view page so we know how it looks. So you can see this is it. So this is a funnel. You can easily edit this to suit your needs. So the idea behind this plug and play is that it actually has 50 different sections. So you can just edit, and delete the parts you don't need. So, but it gives you room to be able to just edit, and have an amazing design at the end of the day, and delete all the parts you don't need. So this is it. So the same thing applies to other funnels that are here, that they are already templatized, that you can just off the bat use to make very nice and amazing designs. So that's the first thing. So the second thing is that whenever you have a funnel designed, maybe you are working with plumbers, for example, you can actually just duplicate that funnel that you have. For example, if I click on this one, if it's this one I want to duplicate, if I click on it, I can just click on clone, and when I clone it, I can name it by whatever I like. If I click on clone, you see what I'm saying? You can see I can rename this funnel and I can use it for another client, whereby all I'll need to do is change their name, maybe change their color and all of that, and my funnel will be ready and good to go. So this is something that is very, very, very powerful, that allows you to do this lender service delivery for multiple clients within just a very short time. So now that we understand this side of things, I'm now going to be showing you how to create funnel and use the GoHighLevel templates. So all of these ones that are here are not GoHighLevel templates. They are templates that we from Allow Dollars we have gathered and we present it to you that you can use for different purposes. So this is the first type. So the second type is the one that GoHighLevel themselves have actually made. So I'm going to be showing you that second type. And if you want to access this, you have to come to new funnel. So when you come to new funnel, it will ask you, do you want it to be from blank or from template? So all of these templates, over 1,000 plus templates, are all pre-built for you on GoHighLevel that you can use. Do you understand? So if I click on continue, it will show me all of those templates. You can see them, different numerous templates that you can just plug into your design and start using. So, and it has been segmented based on different industries. You have automotive, you have beauty, you have business and coaching, creative, financial, health. If you click on show more, it will show more. You can see. So all of these industries, so you can use them for it. And you can also come here to search for anyone you want to use. Let me just search for plumbing. So you can see these are plumbing websites. You can see these are all plumbing websites. All plumbing websites. All plumbing websites. You can see all of these are all plumbing websites. You can see. You can see. So I'm just going to pick one of them and I would use it. So let me just view, and if you want to view any of them before choosing it, you can click on this eye icon and you click on, so you'll be able to see how it actually looks. So you can see, you can see, you can see, you can see, you can see. So this is more like a website. You can see. You go back again. If what you want is something like this one is plumbing. Anyone, you can see this one is lead magnet. This one is plumbing leads. If you look at this one, if you don't know what it means, you can click on it. You will see. You can see. You can see. You can see. So all of these are templates that you can just use off the bat and start working with them. So all of these are the two methods that you can use templates to achieve your funnels. So whether you are importing the templates from the ones that Allah Dollars has given to you, or you are getting your templates from the one on GoHighLevel, at the end of the day, what you are going to have is going to be a template imported into your funnel, whereby you'll be able to edit it in your GoHighLevel account. So I'm going to be showing you how to access it and how you're going to edit it. So I'll be using this one here once more. I'll click on template, I'll click on continue, and once again I'll search for plumbing. So let me just pick this first one, right? Click on it. So I'll click on continue. So it's going to add it. You can see it's adding everything. So it's done adding it. So when it's done adding it, sometimes it might take you to the builder and sometimes it might not take you to the builder. Now, if it doesn't take you to the builder, all you just need to do is go to the funnels once again and you can check the most recent first. I'll show you what I mean now. So let me duplicate this first because it has taken, this one has taken me to the builder. Let me go back. So this is what I'm saying. You can see that the new funnel that I imported, I can't see it here. So what you want to do is you want to click on recent. When you click on recent, you're now going to see the most recent one. So this is it, plumber. This is the one that we just imputed. And now I can edit it as necessary. So if I click on it now, like this, I can now edit my funnel. So now let me explain this interface quickly to you. Now for this interface, we have the first one, which is the steps. So what the funnel steps basically means is each of those pages that you have designed on your funnel. So maybe in the first page, you have a page where you want them to click a button. When they click on that button, to take them to another page, maybe where they will now fill in their information. And after that, then it's going to take them to the last page, which is maybe like a thank you page. So each of those pages are called what? Funnel steps. So the landing page now, for example, this is the funnel step. So if I click on this one too, I'm going to see the second page, which is in this case schedule page. So this is where they are going to book an appointment, and the last one is the thank you page, where you are going to appreciate them for booking an appointment. Do you understand? So these are steps. Whatever step you will be using for your own business model will be dependent on what works in that industry. I know I've told you before that it's very ideal that you actually go through what other people are doing in your industry. Go to YouTube, go and check out what people are doing, and you'll be able to have insights because each industry differs. So it's good you go to YouTube and just check out, okay, how to design websites for maybe real estate and all of that, or how to, in the case of funnels, most times you'll be using it for ads. So you can write how to run ads for real estate, and you see the idea that they use. Okay, what is it that what's their offer like? What is it that they actually pitch to people? So you'll be able to have an idea of what it is you want to achieve, and you won't just be working out blindly when you come here. So now that we understand all of those funnel steps, the next thing you have here is what is called stats. So when you start running ads, you're going to start seeing the statistics here. So you'll be able to view, the page views, the amount of opt-ins, the amount of sales, do you understand, earnings, and all of that. You'll be able to see them here. The same thing with sales here, you'll be able to view them here. Likewise, security headers. I don't usually use this, and I don't usually use this event. So the last one is these settings. This settings is usually very handy. This settings is where you're going to change the name of this funnel. So you can change it to be the name of the person you are designing the funnel for. Maybe it is AMZ plumbing. You can change it to AMZ plumbing services. So this is where you're going to change it. The same thing applies with domain. If you have domain linked to your GoHighLevel account, you can select the domain you want to link to this specific funnel. The same thing applies to path. So this path is what would appear after the domain. Let's say the actual domain you selected is amzplumbing.com. So forward slash this is what will now take you to this funnel. So maybe if it's first, maybe it has to do with maybe opt-in. It can be forward slash opt-in or forward slash. It can be anything whatsoever. Do you understand? But basically, you just want to write something that makes sense that and has to do with what that page is for. That's all. So and you ensure that you have not used it before. So the next thing is what is called favicon URL. So this favicon URL is the URL of the favicon. So what is a favicon? This icon here, you can see this icon. It's called favicon. This blue and white. The same thing here. This is favicon. This also is called favicon. So what you want to do is you want to have the logo of the business you are running ads for to have that favicon. So what you want to do is you want to have it the link here. So how do you now get the link here? What you want to do is you are going to save that image in your GoHighLevel, and then that link you put it here. Let me show you how you can do that. So if you come to media storage here and you click on it, it's going to take you to the media. So and what you want to do is you want to upload it. So if you upload the file, let me just look for one icon quickly. So I'm just going to select one. So maybe this is what I want to use. I'll select it. So and it's going to load it here. So once it's loaded there, what I want to do is I'll now click on these three dots here. I'll click on it and I'll click on get link. So this is the link I'm now going to put under this favicon. I'll paste it here. So and that is what is now going to pick it for me, so that whenever they go to this website, that image is what is going to be showing up here. So here the heading tracking code is the code that you'll be using to track it, whether from Facebook or Google Ads, depending on and body tracking code. So this is where you're going to put those code. Do you understand? So chat widget, this chat widget is the widget that you want whenever you want to have a pop-up maybe by the side of your website, maybe around here, whereby people can actually chat with you live. So and these are other settings like payment mode, image optimizations, and the likes. So once that is understood, so this is the basic interface of the funnel setup. So let's go back. That's for the settings. So now that we understand that interface, we are now going to go to continue with our design. So just as I said, you need to click on recent to see the most recent ones, and then you click on the funnel you want to work on. So and from there you choose which of the pages you want to edit, and then you start your edit. So I'm going to be editing this very first one, and I'll click on edit. So I can click on this edit. If I click on edit here, it's actually going to edit it on this page. And if I click on this and I click on edit in a new tab, what is going to happen is that, so I can just click on this to edit in a new tab, and what it will do is that it's going to load it in a new tab, just maybe in case I need to do one or two things here. So now that that is understood, another thing that you can do is if you come here, if you click on this, it will open this page on a new tab so that you can see how that page looks like. So if I click on it, you can see view page is what is there. So if I click on it, I'll be able to see it. So this is how it is. You can see this is how that page looks like. So you can see that it's a very nice page, very, very nice one. There's no one you design this for and they won't appreciate the fact that you have done a good job for them. So, and the beautiful thing is that once you design it for one person, every time you want to design, you just replicate it and you just change one or two things and are done with their own design again. So, and it makes it so very easy for you to work with. So then the other thing here is this setting icon. So if you click on this setting gear, you can actually change the name of this page. You know, this one is landing page, and that's why it is landing page. So if I change it to another thing, it's going to change here. So the same thing with the path. So I can change the path for this landing page such that it would change here. And when you're done, you will click on update so that it will update. The same thing applies to these settings too. When you are here, when you are done, you must click on save for it to save whatever it is you have done. So let's go back here once more, and let's go to settings. Okay, we are done with settings. So then the last one here is you can actually delete this actual funnel step if you want to delete it if you don't need it, and you can also clone that funnel step. Do you understand? If you want to make another copy, maybe you have done it and you want to just clone the same step to the next stage so that you do one or two edits and delete what you don't need, you can actually do the same thing here. So also you can create variation. So what variation basically means is you can create another copy of this same website here. Maybe you want to test different features, maybe when the button is here and when the button is here, what's the effect, when they click on this and when they click on it, what's the effect. So you can actually create a variation and use it. So but usually you don't need to bother yourself about all of that at this stage. So now that we understand all of this interface, we'll now go into the actual GoHighLevel to make one or two edits. So I will know how to use it. So now when you're in the GoHighLevel app, we're done with this, okay, so this is how the interface looks like. when you click on edit in new tab. So when you click on this edit in new tab and you say open a new edit in new tab, this is what you are going to have. So this is how it would look like. So we have worked on design editing our websites before in the past when we're doing our portfolio, our website, our personal website. So the same thing applies here. So if you click on this is an image. You can just easily just scroll down and you change it to whatever you like. So if I scroll down here, let me see. So it has navigation menu, so you can edit this about us here. You can edit it. These services, you can edit it to that thing. You just click on this edit button, you can actually edit it. You can see, and you can choose whether you want it to open in a new tab. But for funnels, we don't always need this because of the templates that they did it universally. So it means that when you import a template from GoHighLevel, it will also have those other elements like all of these that you have about us, services and contact on the website. But for funnels, we don't always have other buttons though. So in this case, if because we are dealing with a funnel, we are going to delete all of this because we don't want anybody that comes through our funnel to be distracted by anything whatsoever other than the singular purpose that he came to that funnel, and it is for him to place an order or to take an action. Do you understand? So, and that's what it's going to be like. So for this one, we can just choose to delete it here. So I'll just delete it. I'll say okay. The same thing applies to this. I'll delete it. I'll say okay. And the same thing applies to this. I'll delete it and I'll say okay. That way I would have deleted all of these things, and the only thing I'll need here is the logo. And for the logo, I can always edit it from here. Let me scroll down. So this is where you're going to change it. You can see brand logo. So if you click on this, you can always change the logo to wherever you like. So if I choose this one, for example, this is the view. So, and I can just double click on it for it to change the logo. You can see it has changed it. So if the logo is too big, you can reduce the size. Do you understand? So you can click on it like this and you can give it a fixed size. Maybe you want it to be 50 pixels. You can see it has reduced by 50 pixels. So that's all you need to do. So that's all about editing now. If you want to edit this one, call us. So it means that it's just a number you just put. Maybe it's 080123456 maybe. You can see. So that's all. You can see. And once you are done editing it, you can save. So the same thing applies to the header. You just click on it and you type. You fix all your problem. The text here too, you can type. So for the text that you're going to be using on the website, maybe for your first time, you can just use ChatGPT to generate it, and you go through it. You tell ChatGPT that you want it to help you generate the website content, and you tell it for this, and you generate content for it based on that. So our pumping services. So you just input necessary information, and based on what they do, you'll be able to. You can change the image just as we have said before. But because this is even for plumbing, so it's so perfect. So the same thing with this frequently asked question. So if you click on it here, you see this list item. You can see. So for the list item 1, you can change it, you can edit it, you can duplicate it. So you can see, you can rearrange it. You can see. So and you and so if you want to type anything, you just click here and you just type it. So it's not as if there's anything you need to do. So you can type wherever you like here. So maybe question 1. So, but it will be something related to the niche you are working on. So this is it. So it's very, very simple to work on. And if you want to rearrange, you can just drag this one. You see that the question 1 has come down, you can see. So it's so very easy. The same thing here. So, and what you want it to do, whether when they click this button, is it that you want it to, what is it you want it to do when you click this button? So you're going to choose what it's going to do. So whether you want it to open a website or go to the next step, whatever it is you want, you choose it. And as I said, this will differ for each and every one of you, depending on where you are running ads for. The same thing applies with what is going to appear here and all of these, your links. So you're going to just edit it as necessary. So this is just more of click, edit, click, edit. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's more like you're just clicking on it and just changing the text. Click on it, change the image. Click on it, change the text. Click on it, change the image. Click on it, change the text. That's what you're going to be doing. And everything is optimized for both website and even mobile. So you can see that it's optimized for mobile. You can see. So it's optimized for mobile already. So all you just need to do is just come here and you edit it for desktop, and you also come here and check that everything is okay for mobile. And that's all. And once you have that done, make sure you always save frequently, because if you don't save, you will lose what you've done. And that's how you can actually edit your website, and I'll come up with very amazing designs. So the same thing applies if it is from the actual ones that we said we gave you to. The process is still the same. Once GoHighLevel adds it, it's going to add it here. The ones we said we have given you by default, they are all here. Do you understand? If you search for local, there's also another one that is for local businesses. If you search for local, You will see it, local business master template. If you click on this, let me just click on it. You can see it's a single page that it has in this funnel step. So if you click on it and you click on edit, and you click edit in new tab, you will see that we can edit it. You can see. So you can just change the image, change as necessary. You can see it's very simple and clean. I kind of like this one too. So you can also use it all through your design. So another thing I should mention is this. So if you click on this setting, sometimes you might need to see the full width. So if you click on this hide setting here, it's going to actually hide it and you'll be able to edit it as necessary. You can see. So that is, you can see it will be able to edit all the versions. So basically this is the idea when you want to design. So the last thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how to design from scratch very soon. So, and with that, we'll call it a day for funnel design. So once more, we're going to go back again to where we have our funnels. And the last thing we want to do is we want to create a blank funnel. So you come from blank and you're going to give it a name. So in my case, I'm just going to call it sample funnel. And you click on create. This time I'm not using any template. We want to design it from scratch. So whenever you want to design a funnel from scratch, it's always very essential that you know what you want to do before you start your design. That way you won't be wasting a lot of time. So now that that is understood, we've explained all of this template, all of this interface to you before. So what you want to do is you want to click on add new step. So you name the step. In my case, I want to call it page 1. And the path, I can call it page 1. So, and I'll click on create. And it's going to create that funnel step for me. So bear in mind that because this is blank, there's nothing there. So even when you create a blank, you can use this user existing to use a template. Do you understand? So you can choose one of your funnels, existing funnels, and use a template from it. Do you understand? If you click on this professional template, you can use maybe this day one. You can see, you see the preview of how it looks, and you can actually import it and start using it in your funnel. That's one way. But in my case, I don't want to do that. I actually want to use it from a scratch, from afresh. The same thing applies with websites. If you click on websites, you can choose websites. So, but for our purpose here, it's just funnels we are working on. So there's no need to go to websites. So what you want to now do is create from blank. So this is what I want to show you. So we'll click on create from blank. So we have a blank plane to make our designs with. So for this blank plane, what we want to do is understand the whole interface. So I'm going to be explaining the interface from A to Z to you. So the very first one is this back icon. So what the back icon does is that it takes us back to where we are coming from. Then you have this eye icon. So this eye icon allows you to preview what you have designed. So if you click on it, it's going to open what you have designed in a new page. So in our case, there's nothing there. So that's why it's giving us a 404 error. So we'll close it. So the next one is the save button. It allows you to save. And the next one is publish. It allows you to publish. So what's the difference between save and publish? Save allows you to save what you have done on GoHighLevel. But if you have linked your domain, if you've connected your domain to this page, it's not, whatever it is you have done will not show on your website if anyone goes to that domain until you click on publish. So it's possible that you can redesign your whole website and you still be saving, but you will not publish it yet until you have finished designing everything you want to do. So that's the difference between save and what? Publish. So now that we are done with this upper menu, then we'll go to the next one. So for any of these next menus, all you just need to do is put your mouse on it, and it's actually going to give you an idea of what it is. So for this one, it allows us to add elements. So if you click on it, it allows you to add different elements. So whether it's a section, I'm going to explain what all of that means. So whether it's a row, whether it's specific elements like text, do you understand, buttons, forms, all of those things. And also it allows you to do global section templates, pre-built sections. So all those pre-built sections, if you want to use any pre-built sections, you can actually use them from here. So the same thing with buttons. It allows you to use pre-built buttons. It allows you to use social media icons, pre-built. You can see it allows you to use pre-built images. So if you want to add an image, you can, and it allows you to also add progress bars. So for the very first one, which is section. So what is a section? Any website you want to make is a combination of different sections, and that's how you should see it. A website is a combination of different sections. Let me go to a website that we've opened before. Now, this is a website that we've seen before. The whole of this upper area is one section. Like this, from this logo here up to this wavy line is one section. So the whole of this, like this, down here is another section. The whole of this is another section. The whole of this is another section. The whole of this, what clients are saying about us, is another section. And lastly, the frequently asked question, another section. And this one, another section. And your footer, another section. So all of these are different sections. And when you see websites as a combination of sections, it makes you understand that okay, for each section you have to design them what separately. So that's what I mean by section. So now this section, sorry about that. So these sections now could be full width, whereby it covers all the sides, and it could be wide, whereby it gives little space to the sides, and it could be medium, whereby it gives some space to the side, and it could be small, whereby it gives quite a number of space to the side. So these are the different types. Usually I use full width always. So depending on what you're trying to create, you know what applies best to you. So each of those sections are now made up of rows. So section 1 is more like row 1, section 2 is row 2, section 3 is row 3, like that. And each of those rows now are made up of what? Columns, whether 1 column or 2 columns or 3 columns or 4 or 5 or 6. So what I'm just trying to say is, for example, if you look at this website, for example, the whole of this is one section. This upper area is one column. Sorry, is one row. The whole of this area is one row. This second row has how many section columns? One. The whole of this is one column, and the whole of this is one column. This second column is just an image. If you see it, you can see the whole of this is an image. You can see the image now. While the whole of this is just what? A big text, small text, small text, small text, and a button. So the whole of this is just a combination of different what elements. So you need to see it that way. So when you want to design from scratch, so that way you'll be able to know what to drag in, whether it's a column or whether it's a row. So the next one are elements. So when you have your column in, then you can now put your elements in each of those columns as necessary. Now the next one are global sections. So global sections is more like something you want to be using all through your funnel, maybe like your header or like your footer. Maybe you now have multiple pages and you don't want to be changing your header and footer every time. So whenever you change anything in your header, it will change everywhere. If you observe, if you remember when we're designing for our website, that's our personal website, there was a time that we changed some things in the footer and it was telling us that what is going to change globally. It's because we have actually created it under global sections. So the next one are section templates. So, and that's like your footer section. If you click on it, you can edit it. Do you understand? Header, calendar. Do you understand? Different types of sections. Do you understand? Testimonial. All of these are section templates that if you click on, you can use. Do you understand? And you can drag in and start using. You can see. So this is one section now. So but for now, we're not using this. So let's just delete it. So let's go back to elements. And we have the pre-built section. So GoHighLevel has really tried with this pre-built section in the sense that they've made very nice and beautiful pre-built sections. So all you just need to do is just drag and drop, and you have a very nice design. See, let me close this. You can see. Let me also click on this to hide it. You can see this is very nice. You can see. Very nice and professional. All you just need to do is just change it. So with these, you can actually make very nice websites. So the same thing applies with the other types. So depending on what section you are trying to create, you would see something that actually works for you. Do you understand? So if you come to about, you see different types of about. You understand? The same thing with team. You will see different types of teams. The same thing with testimonials. You see different types of testimonials. So the same thing with footer. You see different types of footers. The same thing with FAQs. You see different types of FAQs. You can see. The same thing with plan. You see different types of plans. So all of these are different. The same thing with products. You see different types of product sections. The same thing with partners. So all of these are very, very nice. The same thing with lists. So practically anything you would like to, you could think of, you would see it here. For who, you can see. Call to action, you can see. And the last one is guarantee, or you can see all of this. So all of these are pre-built sections that you can use. The same thing with buttons. You can choose buttons, but many times if you are using these pre-built ones, you will see buttons there. The same thing with images. You can choose different types of images. If you see this image, you can see that this image has curved edges and it has like white around it. It's different from this image and it's different from the way this image looks. So you can just click on it. And sometimes some of these things will not show properly. Come to these three dots here and then you reduce the zoom. When you reduce the zoom, you'll be able to see more. You can see. You can see. You can see. So this is circular. This is this. You can see. And you can see. So these are all of that. So if I close, so let me come here. So and that is under images, and the last one is progress bar. I think I've mentioned it. So this is just to show the progress of whatever it is they are doing, and you can always set all of these elements. So now that we understand the first one, the second one is what is called layers, and it shows how these different elements are actually arranged. So you have the page, you understand, and under the page you have the section, and under the section you have two, you understand, you can see you have two column rows, and if you click on it you have the first column, and each of them you will see it. Let me bring this like this. So this is the first column and this is the image. You can see. If you click on this second column, this is, you can see it. You can see this is what is in the second column. That is this one. and this is what is here. So the same thing applies with this one too, the second column. So that's the two column. This one too is also the same thing. You can see it is one column with what different elements, text. This is also another text. This is also another text. And the last one is what? A button. You can see all of this is showing that what the whole of this is just one column with what different elements arranged inside it. Unlike this one, how many columns is it? Two. One, two. You can see with elements in this one and elements what in this one. So this is it. So and the last thing here is what is called pop-up. So pop-up is, you can see this is it. This is a pop-up. So it pops up to the person interacting when maybe whenever they want to close the page, whenever they click a button, you can set it. So that maybe when they say get instant access, what it will show, instead of it taking them to the form down the way we did it in our website, we can actually make the form to be showing inside this pop-up. So we can also do that too. So, and all you just need to do is just click on add a row. When you add a row, you add one column, and in this column, you now add an element. What element will you now add? You just add form. So now it is that form. You now select any of your forms, and it will be showing here. So that's basically how you do it. So you can see the form is already shown. You can see. So this is how it is. So this is how you do this. So the next thing here is what is called pages. So if you click on pages, it's going to show you all the pages that you have. Those pages that we saw here. Where is it? Oh, do I still have it open? Oh, I don't have it open. So all those other pages that we have on our funnel, we can actually access them from here. We can even switch between each of those pages. The next one is tracking code. This tracking code is the header and footer tracking code. We use it usually for Facebook ads. So then the next one is custom CSS. If you want to be using code to do one or two things, you can. This is where you're going to insert your code. Then the next one is typography. So this is where you choose the general font for the whole website, so that if you change it, it will change all over the website. So the same thing applies with the color. So you can choose to change the color, the text color, so that it will change all over the website, and the link color, so that if there's a link color, you can change it all over the website. So the same thing applies with background. So you can choose a background image for your website too, and you can choose a background color too for your website. So thereafter is the pop-up settings. I've explained this to you and how to use it. So the next one is the SEO metadata. We've actually used this in the past for our website. So the content is basically the information you want them to be seen. So if I click on, if I just type A, for example, you can see it's already showing. So this is the preview. So that's the content. Then the description, you can make a description. So it's going to show, you can see the description is going to show under. This is the content and this is the description. So let me just change this title. So let me change this title to, so that you'll be able to see it. And now it shows. So this is the title. Under the content, you can see this is the title. So the same thing with this, which is the description. You see how it will show now. So this is the description. So you see that this description, you can see it will show under the title. You can see. And so that's how it works. So the same thing applies with keywords. So if you are trying to rank for SEO, a good thing to do is to actually use those keywords you are trying to rank for here. And as for this is the author. That's going to be your name as the author, and this one are social image. So that's where we actually, that image we added. So this is where we actually edit it. This one is for links. So these are custom meta tags and canonical tags. So this has to do with SEO too. And this last one is language. So you can choose what language you want your website to have or rank for. So, but basically it's usually English for most of our audience. So, and when you are done with this is one of the issues we had in the past. So you can see that here there's that save or update is not showing. So you have to come here to these three dots and zoom in by pressing minus. So you can see, and such that you'll be able to see it. So there's a shortcut for it too. You can press control and control minus on your keyboard, and you can also use control and zoom key. It will do the same thing. You can say I'm actually just pressing control and zooming in and zooming out, and to edit it. So but if you can't do this with your own mouse, you will be able to do it with this one. So, and if you want it to return back you to full screen, you just change it. Sorry about that. Escape. Let me close it from this. So if you want it to return back, you just increase it back to 100. So, but in our case, if you want to update it, you click on update SEO data. So I need to save everything. So in our case, we're not saving it. I'm just using it to explain what we are doing. So the next one after this is to preview custom codes. So this allows you to preview it. Let me close this. This allows you to preview all the custom codes on your website. But in our case, we don't have any custom codes. So if you click on it, you won't see anything. Then this, we have cookie consent. So if you click on cookies consent, it allows you to set up cookie consent banner. And that's, if you've been to websites, they will tell you that this website is collecting cookies, assets, all of those kinds of things. So this is what you're going to use to set it up if you want to do that too. So we have this two column mode. So this two column mode basically means it will allow you to see this section to the side. So if you don't want it to show, you just click on this and change it to auto. So what it means is it's only when you click on this element it will show. When you're not clicking on any element, it will hide it automatically. So that's basically what it means. So then this is also another way to access the pages we accessed before. Then here, this is for responsiveness. What responsiveness basically means is how it will look on your phone and how it will look on your laptop. So you need to make one or two edits to make it look fine also when people are looking at your design on a phone. So you click. So this is usually when you are done with your design, when you are done with your old desktop design and how you want it to be, then you now come to mobile mode and you try to check it. By default, it will actually be optimized for it. But you just want to check that, okay, hope everything is okay. That's what you want to check for. And you make little adjustments to ensure that everything is fine. So now we also have these versions. So if you click on these versions, just in case you have some unsaved versions, you'll be able to see it. So, and this is to undo and redo, and this one is to hide the settings to the side. So this is basically how to edit this, or how to create from afresh or from scratch when you are designing funnels. The process is very similar to even when you are designing on websites, but we are going to also do a separate video for websites, and we're going to be explaining the differences. So we ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it better understood than said, and he forgives us our shortcomings, and he blesses our efforts. So it's time for you to start playing around with what you have here on GoHighLevel and making the best out of it. So before I forget, I want to explain something to you, and it's with respect to forms. So usually when you design a website and people submit, or you have your website ready and people submit forms, so you might ask that how do you get those data? How do you access those data that you have actually gotten from people? So a good way to do that is to come here. Let's go back to our sites. So you can see it's a bit tiny. It's because we have not adjusted that size, so we can increase it back to 100%. It's the same thing. It's just different ways. There are different ways to achieve it. So what you want to do is you want to come to forms here. You can see. So and when you're under forms, you come to submissions. So when you click on submissions, this is where you're going to see all the information that they have submitted in that form. So if you come here, the default is that it will show you all the forms. So you can choose between different forms, whether it's this specific form, or this specific form, or this specific form. So you'll be able to have specific forms you can choose. And for me, I don't have any records here, so that's why I can't say anything. But if you have any records or people have filled your form, you will see all the information to the right here. So inshallah, today we are going to be discussing about designing websites on GoHighLevel. So we had said it in the past, and we've explained the difference between funnels and websites. So inshallah, today we are going to be designing a website. So the basic goal of a website is to provide information to our audience regarding what we do and how we get it done, and to establish ourselves as authorities. So to get to that feature, you need to just click on sites on this left menu. So when you click on sites here, so by default, it's going to take you to funnels. So funnels are designed to achieve a specific purpose. So, but in the case of the websites, what we want to do is that we want to actually inform them about all what we do. So we have our website here. As you can see, we just have two website designs here. So just like we explained for funnels, you can actually create a new website by clicking on this, and you can either start from blank or you can make use of the existing templates from GoHighLevel. This is the first way. And the second way is to leverage on these designs. So if you click on any of them, for example, you will see all the pages they have in them. You can see that this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see that the display is a bit different. Unlike funnels where you have steps, these are pages. So and that's what is ideal for a website. So for the other aspects, which are the statistics and the sales and security events and settings, all the others are actually very similar to that of the funnel. So I don't want us to spend so much time on it. So the same thing applies. You click this link to actually preview the page, and also okay, let's see. So this is how the page looks like. So let me close it. So you click on this to edit the page, and if you click here, you're going to edit it in a new tab. So that's basically it about this. So if you click on this, you can clone it too. You can add products to the page, and you can also access the settings whereby you'd access the name of the page and the path. So the same thing is just similar to what we have done with the funnels. The same thing applies to adding a new page. If you click on add a new page, we give the page a name. Let's just call this one test, and I click on create new. It's going to create a new page, and that page too, I can choose to use existing. So use existing means I can even use existing whether funnels or website, just as we have it there. So and you can choose which website you want to use and which website page you want to use, if that's what you want to use. Or you can go to your funnels too and pick any of the funnels, like this pumping funnel, and choose the landing page, and then we can use it in that website. You can see. So it's basically similar to the funnels, but the structure is just a bit different. So I don't need this, so I'll just go back. So the same thing applies. So let's say we come here and we click on this. Sorry, I'll click on edit a new tab. You can see the interface is very similar to that of the funnels. You can see very similar. All of these are the same. If you click on this, it's all the same. So basically it's similar, and the difference, just as I've said, the difference between your funnel and your website is the purpose they are used for. That's the major difference. So you can see all of this. So what we want to do now is, well, let's go back here and we go back again, and then we click on new websites and we can choose from templates. So just like the case of the funnels, you can see we have numerous website templates. So if you click on load more, you'll see a lot of them. You can see a lot. Click on load more, a lot of beautiful websites that you can just use off the bat, and all you just need to do is just search for the niche you're interested in and you can start working on your website. You can see a lot of templates made for you to just edit and use straight away. So you can see, so, and the list keeps increasing. So if I just click on this one, for example, and I click on continue, it's going to add the template into my website. So, and I can edit it as I wish, just the way we learned how to edit in the funnel. So it's already loading it. So if for any reason it doesn't load it, I've explained in the past, just the way we explained in the funnel, all you just need to do is click on the recent and you'll be able to see your most recent websites. So we can either switch to auto, and then we can edit. If you want to edit this, you just click on it, button, edit it, and click on it. So you can just click on anything and you just edit them. You can see. You can see. You click on any element and you edit them. Click on this and you edit it. So let me change this to token. So you can see. So you can edit everything, change the image, change the text, anyhow. So you can change everything. Everything is editable. And when you're done editing, you can always save, and just like we've explained in the past. So the same thing applies with your navigation menu. You can see it here. You can change it. You can add more to it. If I want to add new menu, to ask me where I want it to link to, and it will be added. So let me just cancel this. So you can see the new menu here. So, and if I want to delete it, I can click on it and I can delete it. I'll say okay. So basically, it's just similar to what we've already had on the funnel side of things. So play around with it and get your hands dirty and start creating very nice and beautiful designs. Whereas Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses our affairs and makes it better understood than said. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.